Halloween. Let me get my atmosphere set again. For some reason it won't save, but I'm using Brino's immersive grey dust. Just pop it down there so that it's out of the way. There you go. So a nice atmospheric surroundings. I'm not sure, Shiny, can you see the fog? Can you see it's all foggy and grey now? Or is it just the same to you?
A little bit foggy.
It's quite a lot foggy. If you could just see a little mist around the table, that's not the settings. The settings are for extreme fog. I'm going to have to investigate how to change this permanently. But anyway, take my word for it. If you watch the stream when it's live on YouTube, if you watch the video, you will see that it's very grey and murky. Perfect for Halloween. Anyhow, I hope you got my item that I shared with you, which was my invitation. Okay. And have you any idea? Okay, so if you got that as an invitation through the post, or if I handed you, or if you saw a poster with that, what would you think? What would you think the party is?
Doesn't give me much, so many details because you just say paranormal lockdown.
Yep. Now, paranormal we discussed earlier, so what does
But I can guess.
Yeah, go on, give it a good guess.
Yes, because the date, so I can guess something from the date, because Halloween is on October 31st. But I don't know they want me to do.
Okay.
If I have to wear a costume or something else.
Okay, so can you read the text out for me? What does it actually say on the invitation or on the poster?
Lock your doors. Paranormal lockdown. Who you gonna call? Hosted by the Learn English Network. And I guess that's email address. That's it. And the date, but you didn't mention
just where it says underneath, hosted by the Learn English Network. Can you read what it says?
Stars at mark 9 p.m. Lockdown promptly at 10 p.m.
Right, so well done. So basically it starts at 9 p.m. and the doors get locked at 10. Now it says who you're gonna call. What does that mean to you? Who are you gonna call? Welcome back,
Because
April.
that film.
Yay! Who ya gonna call? That's it, that film. Now, what film? What film are we talking about?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Dun, 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 dun. I dressed up one Halloween as a member of the... In fact, me and my friends went as the Ghostbusters team. And we dressed up in overalls and we used Hoover parts and lots of cardboard boxes to recreate the Ghostbusters. It was great fun. We even had slime with us. But yeah, so to me, if I saw Who You're Gonna Call, I think, it's a Ghostbusters theme. But you're right, not all the information you would need is on there. So, April, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can
Yay!
hear you.
Goody goody. Okay, so April, I don't think you were still here when I shared the poster that I created. So let me share it with you as well. Okay, where is it? Share near me, April. Okay. So let me know when you've got it and when you've opened it up.
Okay, I have it.
Awesome.
Paranormal Lockdown. Who you gonna call? 31st of October 2017. And then hosted by the Learn English Network, I think.
Hmm.
Starts 8 or 6. I can't read that. 6 p.m. Lockdown. Pick me. Oh, I can't see it. How can I make it bigger?
Promptly. If you just drag the corner, if you drag the corner of the window, you can
Yeah.
enlarge it. Okay.
Prompt me? Oh no, I can't.
Promptly.
Promptly
Yes.
at one. Ah, what is promptly then?
Well, to be
1-7.
prompt, to be on time. Okay. So it says starts at 9 p.m. and then lockdown promptly at 10 p.m. That means the doors are locked at 10 p.m. You can't get in after 10 p.m. Okay? Now, we were talking about the Who You're Gonna Call, and do you know that catchphrase, April? Who you gonna call?
No.
Who you gonna call? Do 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 do. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Have you not seen Ghostbusters?
I have seen that, but I can't remember.
So from that, it doesn't say in the poster, doesn't say in the invitation, but from that I would think, oh, they want me to dress up as a Ghostbuster. But that's dangerous because you can't be 100% certain. So what information? Well, good question, Shiny. What do you think? What from that information do you think it could be added? What do you think we could add to that invitation to make it clearer? What's missing from the invitation?
About dressing.
Yeah, what to wear? Yeah, what costume to wear? Okay, that would be useful. So we should really say, just to be fair, what costume we're expecting people to turn up in. Yeah, Halloween costumes, but you can see that there's a theme. There seems to be a theme. It's a Halloween party. You're right, because it's on. Shiny made this observation earlier, April. The clues in the date. If it was 25th December 2017, you're pretty certain it's not going to be a Halloween party. That would probably be a Christmas party. If it was in the spring with bunnies all over it, probably an Easter party. But this is the 31st of October, so it's going to be a Halloween party, and there is a clue who you're going to call. I would say the best thing to do with that is to give more information and to say something like dress as your favourite Ghostbusters character. I think that would be fair. Fairer is to just give people an idea of what you're expecting. So well spotted that. What else is missing? If you'd been invited, what other information would you need?
About food, maybe you have to bring your own food, or you will get some food from them.
Okay, how can we say that food would be there? How can we say food would be available? What could you say on the invitation that would make people think, oh, okay, I don't need to... Oh, no, pot party, that might get the wrong kind of people. Do you know what pot is in slang, Shiny? What is pot? If somebody invited me to a pot party, I'd go, oh, no, I don't smoke.
Marijuana, but
Yeah.
I want to. I want to. You bring your food and you share your food to everyone. How do you say that?
Okay, so it would be, yeah, good question. Hang on a second, let me just emphasize why we wouldn't call it a pot party, because I'm not that kind of girl. Okay, so pot party is for smoking marijuana. Bring your own food. Well, as I said, I would feed the people who came to my party. I've tried this bring your own food before. It never works out. People never bring what they said they were going to bring. Or they bring too little of it, or they bring too much of it. It's just dangerous. BYO tends to mean bring your own alcohol. So I'm not sure if it'd be bring your own food party, maybe? Or maybe a potluck. Ah, yeah, well done. Yes, a potluck party. Absolutely. Everybody brings a different dish of food to be shared. Yes, that would be potluck, not pot. Now, that is an American term, though, potluck party. But yes, that would be more like it. Generally, potluck parties, yeah, you might say, we're having a party, you bring the food and drinks. But to me, I wouldn't do that. You know, to me, if I'm having a party, I'm the hostess. I provide the food and drinks. I might ask people to bring some alcohol, because alcohol is expensive. Depending on how many people I was inviting, I might ask people to bring some wine or bring what you drink, kind of thing. But I might provide beer and wine provided. Bring anything else you want to drink, kind of thing. What do you think, April? Would you do a potluck party, or are you like me? Do you think it's a party? I'm inviting people. I should feed them.
Yeah, that's right. But if I would give a party, I will uh, and for a big amount, a big amount of people, of inviters, of invited,
Invitees.
I mean, then it's difficult to. I can't invite this. I can't cook for a lot or prepare a lot of things, a lot of food for a lot of a large number of people. So I will ask a catering office, for example, to bring and to take care of food. So the me and the invitees won't have to do anything. They will do it for me. But as we frequently do a reunion, mostly I never done it for in my house. Mostly it's at in one of my friend's house, and they will ask who will voluntarily bring something, and we have to give up what kind of food we will bring, and they will say for how many people, and but mostly is it always the same person
Yeah.
who prepared because they can cook very well.
That's true. I mean, when we have a party, people always do say, "Should we bring anything?" And sometimes I'll say, "Oh yeah, bring dessert, or bring some wine, or just bring yourselves." So, how could I say to you that I'm going to feed you? How could I put that on the? Hey, Shiny, you turned into a wolf. I'm a rabbit. I'm a bit scared now. I think I'm in danger, April. So how could I sort of say on the invitation that you don't need to bring anything? Do you know what we can? There's a special term you can say. I could write something like refreshments provided. Okay.
We almost a little bit jokey actually, yeah, jokey. little, little fun. We say always, just bring you and your empty stomach.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds like my kind of party. But you can put
Yeah.
refreshments provided. Okay, and that tells people, okay, I don't need to worry about turning up with any food. Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Because it is a worry. It's an etiquette thing, isn't it? Do I need to cook something? Do I need to bring anything? Um, is everything provided, or have I got to do something? So it is something you might worry about if it's not stated on your invitation.
Yeah, and I hate that actually because a person who brings something, they don't want to be paid, for example, for all the ingredients that they use for that foods. So and if I don't bring anything, I feel guilty because
Yeah,
I just come there for eating. Yeah, this is terrible.
it's etiquette. It's really difficult. I mean, I generally will turn up if it's at somebody's home. I'll usually turn up with something, even if it's only some flowers or a bottle of wine. Even if I've been told not to bring anything, I will bring something. If it's at a restaurant, I tend not to. Um, but then it's awkward if they don't tell you that you've been invited, as happened to us at the weekend. We didn't know that this was like a formal invitation and they were going to pay for everything. That was awful. Otherwise, I would have taken something with me. As it is, we'll get them back later. Anything else missing from this invitation? Anything else you think we should have given you the information for?
promptly at 10 p.m. means that the party is finished, or you can't come in
You can't
anymore
get in.
after 10.
Yeah, you can't get in
Ah,
at 10
okay.
p.m. After 10 p.m., that's it. You're not getting in. Doors closed. Lockdown.
So
Okay.
they don't mention the closing time here. I mean the finishing time.
No, no. Parties end when they end, April. Good parties don't end till the next morning. Definitely. Yeah, chocolates sometimes you can take as a gift. Absolutely. Flowers, chocolates, wine, that kind of thing. Nothing too extravagant because you don't want people to feel awkward. But just something to say, oh, here, thanks for inviting me. So, refreshments provided. Okay. You can use terminology like BYOB. What would I be asking you to do if I said BYOB?
Bring your own beverage?
Booze.
Ah, booze. What?
So you could put refreshments provided or light refreshments provided, which means snacks basically. And then just put BYOB, bring your own booze. Okay. So you'll know that there'll be something there, but light refreshments provided, bring your own booze. Okay? So we've got the costume. We know what the place is called. We know what the event is called. We know it's Halloween. We know what to dress by. We know who the host is. We know when it starts. We know there'll be light refreshments, and we've got to take some beer or wine with us. What's missing? Anything? Anything missing?
Actually, I know it is from 8 p.m., so it is quite late. But maybe we should mention also if it is only for plus 12 or plus 15, the age.
Okay. The age. That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. I would say over 18s only. But good, yeah, good. Especially if it's a sort of general, um, if it's a general invitation, I would say that's a very good point, actually, April. If this is something that's going to be for anybody and everybody, okay, then you might want to say, because it's late, as you said, and if you don't stipulate, then yeah, you could get any kind of age, couldn't you? Good point. Good point. So we'll put over 18s only. RSVP. Yes, not on a poster. I know what you mean. Um, I wouldn't put it on a poster, but if I was handing this out as a general invitation to only the named people kind of thing, then yes, I would put RSVP. So we'll add RSVP. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good point. You need to know how many to cater for, especially if you're going to provide refreshments. Okay, anything else? Ah, yeah, well done, Shiny. What's really missing? The venue. Remember we've talked about venue before. The venue. Where the hell are we meant to be meeting up? We know when, but we don't know where. So we need to put a venue, definitely. So, can you think of anything else people might want to know? I can hear somebody typing, but I can't see anything. So let's load up the redone invitation. Okay. Now, sadly, this isn't a real invitation. I'd love to do a party, but it's not actually going to take place. Unless you want it to. You can always throw your own party here, you know that. But there you go. Much more information. Tells you everything you need to know. So we've got the theme, the date, the instructions what to dress as, where it is, the venue, RSVP, when it starts, who's hosting it, and what's provided. Light refreshments provided, bring your own booze. I think that's pretty much it. So did you create an invitation yourselves? And have you uploaded it?
I have done.
Excellent.
Let's see. Where is it? This is just a simple, clear invitation, I see.
Awesome. Good.
Let's see. Share. Near me. Select. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Let's have a look. Oh, you just decided for Halloween as well. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're starting early.
Yeah, I don't want to finish too late because it will be very spooky. I have to go home after midnight.
Dress to impress, I like it. 6 in the evening, 31st October, good. Eat, drink and be spooky. Oh, I like that. Very good. Now, where it is as well, doesn't say anything about, it does say eat, drink and be spooky. So from that, I would expect you to provide the food and drink, April. My anticipation
Yes, I will do that for this time.
Good stuff. Excellent. Can you make any suggestions to April for improvements, Shiny? Awesome. Oh, awesome enough. Awesome Ivunga. Ivunga. It's very Ivunga. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's really good. Well done. Nicely done. And black and white actually fits in nicely with the theme of Halloween, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just especially chose those color.
Yeah, good. It's hard to type. Oh, don't worry, Shiny. I know it is. Now, Shiny, were you able to upload your invitation into Kitely? I know you have connection problems, but you can try. And remember, it didn't have to be Halloween. You didn't do... Shiny, I'm shocked. Okay, so... Um, oh, that throws me out a little bit then. Let's have a look. What can we do? Okay, so I think having a typhoon is absolutely fine as an excuse. Best excuse I've ever heard. The dog ate it wouldn't fly, but we were in the middle of a typhoon. I think I'll have to let you pass there, don't you think, April? Okay, so let's do a little bit of reading then. So Shiny, if you'd like to read first, okay.
Celebrate and enjoy the Halloween holiday is by making memories with those close to you. Share the joy of the fall season by hosting your very own Halloween party, with party planning usually beginning 4 to 6 weeks in advance. You'll have plenty of time to determine your Halloween party theme, draft your personalized invitation, and get all of your party particulars in place, letting your guests know that the screaming good time and celebration is the near future with the personalized Halloween party invite. Halloween party invite is the perfect way to spread the word. It's about time to get all excited for your big October 31st bash.
Very good, well done. Well done for correcting guests. Yes, I think you had ghosts on the brain. Invite your ghosts. And then is in the near future. Is in the future, but is in the near future. Okay. Try it. Is in the near future. Oh, any luck?
Is in is in the near future.
That's it, yes. Good. And then spread the word. To spread the word. Do you know what that means if you spread the word?
Yeah, the whole world.
Ooh, one at a time. Shiny?
That everyone knows it.
Yeah. Yeah, spread the word. We're having a party. Let people know. Yeah, that's it. And you know the song. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Means it's not a secret. You're allowed to tell other people. Very good. Any questions about that part of the text? Of course, now they say the fall season. Of course, we don't say the fall. What do we say in Britain? Autumn, yes, autumn. The autumn season, the autumnal season. Good. Okay, April, are you ready to read?
Yes.
Okay. Well, again, more cut and paste problems. Hang on. Copy, paste. There you go.
Just like any other party invitation, your Halloween party invite, your Halloween party invite, oh, your Halloween party invite wording should be made up of three parts: a catchy introduction, the informative details, and the RSVP information. Sink your teeth into these 7 steps for determining how to write Halloween invitations. Start your Halloween invitation off with a few catchy phrases. The beginning of your party invites provide you with the chance to get creative and show off your party's personality. Make your party goers smile and look forward to the big day by using a play on words and some catchy Halloween phrases to allude to all of your Halloween party ideas. Get clever, get creative, and have fun whether your party theme revolves around an autumn harvest, a monster mash, or a murder mystery. It's a cute idea to add Halloween sayings and phrases to the beginning of your invitation. These fun words will serve as a great way to entice your guests to attend and give your party invitation character unlike any other party. Unlike any other. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and then handpick.
I've just seen it now.
Yeah,
Handpick
further down.
one of
Yes,
the
it.
handpick one of the styled statements below handpick one of the styled statements below to create an exciting Halloween party invite and unlike any other. Oh, it's the same.
That's it. Yeah, that's the end.
Yes.
Well done. So, very nicely read. The first word, though, is to determine. So, determining.
Determining.
Yeah, that's it. Not to deter. Okay, to deter has different stress. So, determining, to deter. And if you say it somewhat determining, then it sounds like you're trying to put people off. If you deter people from doing something, you try to persuade them not to do something. Okay? The
Okay.
new packaging on cigarettes is to deter people from smoking. Okay, to put them off smoking. But to determine just means to work it out, to figure it out. Okay?
So to determining.
Yeah, that's it. And then character.
Character.
That's it. Yeah.
What did I say then? Character.
Yes. You know. And RSVP, well done. Of course, it's the French. We know what the French stands for, don't we?
Répond.
Répondez. S'il vous
répond.
plaît. Répondez, s'il vous plaît. Répondez, s'il vous plaît. Respondez, s'il vous plaît. I think it is actually respondez. Okay. Any questions? Now, some people do have more sort of autumn harvest festival parties nowadays. As I said in the earlier session, it is a little controversial. Some people do not like Halloween, especially those more fundamental religious beliefs. They do not like Halloween. And so they might try to persuade people to go to a harvest party. But of course, there's a huge harvest party in America, especially in November. So Thanksgiving. So it's, let people have Halloween, I say. A monster mash. Ah, now do you know the song? It was a mash. It was a monster mash. A monster mash. It was a graveyard mash. They do the mash. So basically, a monster mash would be monster costumes, okay? Frankenstein, Dracula, that would be a monster mash, okay?
In Americans say fall instead of autumn, but they don't say fall harvest, for example, like here.
I know.
Autumn.
Strange, isn't it? You'd have to ask an American. Okay, so Shiny, are you ready to read the next part?
Lay out all the details after you've had some spooky fun with your introduction and encourage your guests to come in full Halloween spirit. It's now time to use your invitation to lay out all of the details for your guests. The only thing worse than forgetting to send out your party invites altogether would be sending them out with the wrong information or sending them out with missing information. For the convenience of your potential attendees, make sure to keep this section of the invitation as straightforward as possible, and don't forget to proofread. Include your party's most important information with the must-have details below.
Very good. So of course I got you guys to proofread my party invitation. You did a great job. Okay, just the one word there, straightforward. If it's very straightforward, it's very simple. Straightforward. Try it. Oop, Shiny? Any luck? Don't forget to
Straightforward.
That's it.
Straightforward.
That's it. That's it. And you have to sort of
I
say
said it 10 times.
Did you? Oh, bless. We didn't hear you. Okay, so
Thank you.
if you say it as if it's two words, you might have people walking straight ahead, yeah? Go straight forward. That just means walk ahead. So you have to say it as one word. It's very straightforward, okay? And then, well done for proofread. Yeah? It has been proofread. You need to proofread it. Very good. Any questions? Okay, April.
Okay, thank you. At the date, hopefully set somewhere around October the 31st. Your Halloween party date is one particular that needs to be set in stone before you can create or send out your invitations. Party attendees will make accommodations to their schedules to fit around the party date so that they can attend, which means it's your job to make sure that the party date you select and print on your invites is determined.
Determined.
Yeah. Determined. Determined.
Determined, yes.
The stress is the second, right?
Sorry?
The stress is on the second syllable?
I'd have to think about that. To determine, it's slightly different. If you are determined, no, I'd say it's more on the first syllable. Determined. Hmm, interesting. Determined. No, second syllable. Yeah, determined. Determined. Yeah. Okay. But it's D, not de. That's the most important thing. Determined. I'm determined that you will understand that. Okay. Any questions? No?
Yeah, one word.
Oh, okay.
So, wait a minute. Where is it? What it is? To be set in stone. What does it mean to be set in stone?
Well, think about a gravestone, and you don't write on a gravestone in pencil, you carve it into the gravestone. You carve the name and the date of death and birth into the gravestone, and it lasts for centuries. It's very difficult then to change it. Okay, so if something is set in stone, it means it's not changeable. That's the date, and even if you can't come, I'm not going to change it. That's set in stone. Okay? Okay. Shiny, your text.
The time, the same ethic goes for the time of your party as it does for the date. Because your potential party guests are planning their schedules in accordance with these two particulars, it's important that the time you select is uncompromisable. Whether you are throwing a daytime harvest party or an eerie dinner, make sure to select the perfect time and stick with it.
Very good, well done. Yeah, I'm afraid there was a little bit of French in there. Oh dear. So, etiquette. Etiquette.
Etiquette.
Yeah, the way you behave in social situations is etiquette. Which cutlery to use when you're eating, whether to eat with your fingers or not. It's all etiquette, okay? And then, April, can you help Shiny with the second word?
Soiree.
Yeah, we take the French pronunciation. A soirée, a little get-together. Okay, again, from French.
Soirée.
Very
What does it
good.
mean?
Well done. Okay. April?
Okay. At the location. This exciting part of your Halloween party planning definitely needs to be included in the details of your party invitation. Party location helps guests determine if they will be attending your party, plus guests won't be able to attend if they don't know where they are going. Is your Halloween bash taking place at your residence or a selected venue? wherever it may be taking place. Don't assume your guests know where they are going and in. Oh, don't assume your guests know where they are going and include this vital information on your invitations.
Very good, well done. Yes, what did I forget to do? I forgot to tell people where the party was taking place. And you spotted it. Well done. The location. Location, location, location. And if you notice, they're using this word bash a lot. Halloween bash. Yeah? A bash. Now, you might not have heard of a bash in this context before. Normally, of course, it's a verb to hit somebody hard. But it's also basically a party or a social event, a birthday bash. I'm having a birthday bash. Yeah, check the calendar, April. Thank you. Yes, I should have said that. All information provided on the calendar. But yes, if you're having a birthday bash or a Halloween bash, it's a party, a social event. Now, if you have a bash at something, any idea what that might mean? I'll have a bash at German later. What am I going to do later? Any idea? Have a bash at guessing what I mean by have a bash at something. Nope. No clues.
No,
To attempt something.
a bash of attempt. Okay.
Yeah, just to attempt it. Go on, have a bash. Have a go. Try. Do your best. Have a bash. Okay? That's very British, but it is a nice little idiom for you. I like to throw them in every so often. But in this context, the bash is a party. Okay? Okay. Next one, again, something you guys spotted and worked out needed to be included. Well done. Shiny.
That your guests know what is expected and provided. It can also be a good idea to include more particular information so that your guests know what to expect or what to bring to your party. Include items like if food will be provided, who the party is hosted by, what kinds of Halloween party games you will be playing, if costumes are required, and any other details you believe are important for your guests to know about.
Very good. Well done. You actually corrected yourself on that second no. The earlier one was a little bit too much like now, and it's always no. No sounds like no. Okay? Not now. Good. And then particular, not particular, particular information. Try it. Particular.
No, particular information.
That's it. Very good. Particular. Okay? Although we do say particle. So, for example, in science, we've got different particles in chemistry, and then we do use the par. So then you've got particle, but particular. Okay? Any questions? No? Then April, if you would like to would help if I got the actual text. April?
Okay. Don't forget the RSVP. Last but not least, it's important for you to include an RSVP number or email at the bottom of your invitations. Don't forget to set a date for when your potential guests should RSVP by. It's a good idea to set the date 2-3 weeks before the big party day. This way, you'll be able to get a final head count for things like food and snacks and seating arrangements. Not to mention, adding an RSVP point of contact will allow your guests a way to reach you in case they have any question or if anything comes up. Sorry.
Very good. Yeah, a point of contact. Just as you said, an email address. You can even nowadays you can get party invitation websites where you can set up a party and everything's integrated. Everybody's invited by email with the same sort of invitation that we created for this Halloween bash, but they get it via email, and every time they open it, it records it. When they respond, it records it. There's a section for questions. I mean, it's very organised. So, when you see a little dash between two numbers, it generally means 2. So 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks before the big party day. Okay?
Okay. Not or, Lynn. 2 or 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks.
It could be, but I would use it as 2 because that little dash generally means 2. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
2 to 3.
If it was written like that, I'd take it as 2 or 3. But either would be okay. In this context, either would be okay. But 2-3 weeks would be very difficult to understand if you were speaking to me and you said 2-3 weeks. Is that 6 weeks? So 2 or 3 weeks would be okay, or 2 to 3 weeks would also be okay. And then you did correct yourself, so well done. I just want to confirm it's vinyl, because if you say vinyl, I think vinyl records, of course, or vinyl flooring.
It's not vinyl records, Lynn?
No, vinyl.
Okay, vinyl. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, vinyl.
And to allow, well done. You corrected yourself. I love it. Okay, so.
And what about my determining?
Very good. Awesome. I love it when you stop and you think, oh no, that doesn't, because that means, you're developing that feel that I always say is so important, to feel that when it's correct. You stop yourself, you think, and you go, but trust yourself as well. Trust your instinct. Okay. Okay, so I want you to read out these little invitations. They're quite fun. Okay, they're from the Shutterfly website. Shiny, I want you to invite April to your Halloween party, and I want you to include this text. So how would you invite her? Not with a written invitation, just to say, we're having a bash next week. Do you want to come? And then incorporate that little rhyme into your invitation. Okay?
Should I start now?
Yes, if you're ready. If you're ready. If you're ready. No problem.
Okay. April, would you like to come to my house? We're going to have a bash. We've got the booze. You bring the booze, pens, Just join us for some hunting spirits and with brew.
Okay, wicked brews.
Thank you, wicked brews.
Yeah, so we've got the booze. You bring the booze. Join us for some haunting spirits and wicked brews. Okay. So you know why they're playing with booze and booze? Booze is what's booze?
The drunk, the alcoholic
Alcohol.
drink.
Yeah, drink, not
Alcohol
drunk.
drink.
Drunk is the afterwards.
Drinks.
You are drunk or you have drunk it all. But booze, alcohol, and booze.
Booze.
Yeah, boo,
That's it.
boo. Trying to scare somebody by going boo. Run up behind them, go boo. Scared you. Very good. April. I'd like you to invite Shiny, and I'd like you to incorporate this little rhyme, okay?
Shiny, it's Halloween time. We are having a bash. Wear your best costume to our fun monster mash.
Don't forget to actually invite her and tell her when.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to add something then. Okay. Hello, Shani. It's Halloween time. We are having a bash. Wear your best costume to our fun monster mash on the 31st of October 2017 at my house. Food and drinks are provided. Just bring your best spooky costume and your empty stomach.
Sounds like fun, Shiny? Now you did
Because
say...
I know. Okay.
Carry on, Shiny.
Because I think it's going to be fun because April will make lots of food. You know, I'm going to have test food she made.
Yeah, I think it sounds like fun. She's going to feed us. Yay! Now, you did say something. You said bring your costume. I would say bring your appetite, but wear your best costume. Don't bring it. If you bring your best costume, you might think, oh, I've got to change in the bedroom. Oh, where do I get changed? Yeah. So wear your best costume.
Okay, wear your best costume and bring your appetite.
That's it. Rather than bring an empty stomach. Yeah, that might be a bit scary. Yeah, well, bring your appetite. It's like the held up four fingers. Okay. Now, would you go to a Halloween party and not wear a costume? Would you do that? If you invited people to a Halloween party, would you expect them to wear a costume?
If I was invited or if I invited somebody.
Either side, as the invitee or the inviter. What would your expectation be for a Halloween party?
It must be nicer with costumes, otherwise it's just a party. Otherwise, although we can also make it a little bit spooky with the jack-o'-lantern, and uh, uh, a food in a spooky shapes with tarantula, a gummy bear in tarantula, like tarantula bear, like tarantula bear, something like that. But with costumes, this must be more more feastly. Can I say that?
Not sure what you're trying to say. Sorry.
More party-like, more party-like.
Okay, more festive.
Über 14
maybe.
Millionen Mädchen weltweit werden jedes Jahr früh verheiratet.
Die einzige Möglichkeit, die wir haben, ist zu heiraten.
Nein, die einzige Möglichkeit ist Bildung. Um nicht zu einer Heirat...
Oof, I've got a strange. Sorry, I just opened up a web page and I got a load of stuff coming through, and I couldn't stop it. I hate that. So let me just see if I can stop it. Don't do this, guys.
Ich denke nach.
Okay, so hopefully that stopped it. Okay, sorry about that. Depends on who's going to the party. Yeah, but it's a Halloween party, Shiny. I mean, Halloween is for dressing. I'd be very surprised if somebody came to my party and they weren't dressed for Shiny, you've done very well. You're dressed for Halloween. I'm dressed for Halloween. April, you've come to Halloween. You're not dressed for Halloween.
I'm as
What's your excuse?
I'm in real I'm like a ghost, I think, with
Oh,
my
in real life.
headset on my in my real life now, and I have my grandson in my arms on my chest, and I was walking with a dark red rattles in my hand, and I play that like this.
Okay, I'll let you off then. Now, at the White House today, the world's strangest couple, the Trumps, actually invite. They always do this White House Halloween. They invite children to this White House Halloween. What do you think they dressed as? So they invited a lot of children to Halloween at the White House. What do you think Melania and Donald Trump dressed as? As witches, maybe? Any other ideas?
If I was one of the parents, of the children, I will send my child as a little journalist, because it was about Trump hate for the journalists.
That would be scary for him. I mean, you can buy Donald Trump costumes online, you know, because it's just like, oh my goodness. Oh dear. You wouldn't wear that, no? I don't know, I think the hair's quite scary. You can even just buy a Donald Trump wig, which has become so popular, of course.
Oh, that's terrible. Maybe the man, the wig. Oh my goodness, if I have to wear that.
Well, what was really funny is you were talking about reporters. A couple of days ago, he actually welcomed some children of some of the reporters and was handing out Halloween treats. It was a couple of days ago, and I heard that allegedly he said um, something like, "Here, you can have sweets. You have no weight problems." Which was just bizarre thing to say. Yeah, I think so. Actually, you're right, April. I mean, I basically think children at Halloween should be able to dress as anything they want, and some of them do choose Disney characters, even princesses, pretty fairies, that kind of thing. But it's Halloween; they should be allowed to dress as they want. If they want to go as an angel, let them. But yeah, the strangest thing I found was they invited these children to the Halloween, but they didn't dress up at all. They just looked like the scariest costume ever, which was themselves, which was really bizarre. I mean, Melania Trump was wearing thousands of pounds worth of clothing as usual, and Donald Trump was just Donald Trump. It didn't really enter into the spirit of the thing at all. I don't know if that's normal, but if I was inviting people to my place, I'd at least put on some fangs or something, even if the press would probably, um, yeah, rip seven shades out of them. So, are your political leaders scary Halloween costumes? Do you think? Would they make? Are they available? No? Oh, well, Theresa May is. Now, I'm going to share this with you because it is scary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't want to just have a go at Trump's. Okay. But you can actually get this really Halloween mask, and it is scary. It really is. And I'm certain you must be able to get one that's our favourite German Chancellor. Would you wear that? It's really scary.
The one from Teresa?
Yeah.
No.
And you can get one, as I say, for Angela. And of course, let's do other political characters. Pooty Poot.
That's quite cheap, the one from Angela Lynn.
Yeah,
Not like
well, that's a paper one, that's why. If you wanted a latex
okay.
one, latex ones are more expensive. But yeah, you can get Hillary Clinton as a zombie. You can get Bill Clinton as a horror character. Even President Obama and Baracula. Which is really mean, but there you go. So it's almost like Halloween's become like carnival in a way, because carnival, of course, was always to poke fun at your leaders and the the people running the country, and it's like Halloween's becoming the same thing. Are you surprised, Shiny? Is it very disrespectful to do this, do you think?
Do really people wear it?
Oh yeah.
And it's not cheap.
No. Absolutely not. And this year, oh, sorry, I'm just trying to pull out my microphone set, my headset. This year, what's really popular, and I'll share a link with you, is on YouTube, Halloween makeup. So you say that it's not cheap, these masks, they're not, but there's this, what they call skin makeup, which is quite incredible. And some of them are, yeah, really scary, I have to say. I wouldn't want to meet any of these down
Haben
in
Sie noch alle Sachen?
I wouldn't want to meet these in the night, I'll be honest, okay? Bear with me a second. Okay. So here it is. What you'd have to decide is, so there's the link, and what you'd have to decide is, have you got the time to actually recreate this look? You need a lot of time and energy, but there's loads of these. There's absolutely tons. Some of them are really gruesome, but just normal makeup, little makeup tricks that the makeup artists use in special effects. And it's the thing this year. Okay? Okay, and on that note, I think we'd better finish, and I hope you enjoyed the session.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. Happy Halloween night.
Happy Halloween! Yeah, you too. Don't scare yourselves too much. Okay, take care then. Bye, and thanks for coming. Bye, Shiny. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Get some sleep tonight. Don't be scared. It's only Halloween. It's meant to be fun. Okay. So,
Good night.
good night. Bye.
Who you gonna call? Hosted by the Learn English Network. And I guess that's email address. That's it. And the date, but you didn't mention it.
Just where it says underneath, hosted by the Learn English Network. Can you read what it says?
Stars at mark 9 p.m. Lockdown promptly at 10 p.m.
Right, so well done. So basically it starts at 9 p.m. and the doors get locked at 10. Now it says who you're gonna call. What does that mean to you? Who are you gonna call? Welcome back,
Because
April.
that film.
Yay! Who ya gonna call? That's it, that film. Now, what film? What film are we talking about?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Dun, 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 dun. I dressed up one Halloween as a member of the... In fact, and happy Halloween. Let me get my atmosphere set again. For some reason it won't save, but I'm using Brino's immersive grey dust. Just pop it down there so that it's out of the way. There you go. So a nice atmospheric surroundings. I'm not sure, Shiny, can you see the fog? Can you see it's all foggy and grey now? Or is it just the same to you?
A little bit foggy.
It's quite a lot foggy. If you could just see a little mist around the table, that's not the settings. The settings are for extreme fog. I'm going to have to investigate how to change this permanently. But anyway, take my word for it. If you watch the stream when it's live on YouTube, if you watch the video, you will see that it's very grey and murky. Perfect for Halloween. Anyhow, I hope you got my item that I shared with you, which was my invitation. Okay. And have you any idea? Okay, so if you got that as an invitation through, me and my friends went as the Ghostbusters team. And we dressed up in overalls and we used Hoover parts and lots of cardboard boxes to recreate the Ghostbusters. It was great fun. We even had slime with us. But yeah, so to me, if I saw who you're going to call, I think, it's a Ghostbusters theme. But you're right, not all the information you would need is on there. So, April, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear it.
Goody goody. Okay, so April, I don't think you were still here when I shared the poster that I created. So let me share it with you as well. Okay. Where is it? Share near me, April. Okay. So let me know when you've got it and when you've opened it up.
Okay, I have it.
Awesome.
Paranormal Lockdown. Who you gonna call? 31st of October.
Through the post, or if I handed you, or if you saw a poster with that, what would you think? What would you think the party is?
Doesn't give me much, so many details because it's just a paranormal lockdown.
Yep. Now, paranormal we discussed earlier, so what does
But I can guess.
Yeah, go on, give it a good guess.
Yes, because the date. So I can guess something from the date. You know, because Halloween is on October 31st. But I don't know they want me to do.
Okay.
If I have to wear a costume or something else.
Okay, so can you read the text out for me? What does it actually say on the invitation or on the poster?
Lock your doors. Paranormal lockdown.
2017, and then hosted by the Learn English Network, I think. Starts 8 or 6, I can't read that, 6 p.m. Lockdown. Pick me. I can't see it. How can I make it bigger?
Promptly. If you just drag
This-
the corner, if you drag the corner of the window, you can
Yeah.
enlarge it. Okay.
From me? Oh no, I can't.
Promptly.
Promptly
Yes.
at one. Ah, what is promptly then?
Ah, well, to be
17.
prompt, to be prompt, to be on time. Okay, so it says starts at 9 p.m. and then locked down promptly at 10 p.m. That means the doors are locked at 10 p.m. You can't get in after 10 p.m. Okay. Now we were talking about the who you're going to call, and do you know that catchphrase, April? Who are you going to call?
No.
Who are you going to call? Do 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 do. Who are you going to call? Ghost.